there has been an interesting shift in the world that has everyone feeling a similar way. It's almost as if a great force of nature has lifted a guise that has been blinding all of humanity for centuries until now. People were born into this world to believe that they are meant only to serve those above them in higher places compared to their own. This is no longer the case in the world. Although we still have a major role to play, it is time we recognize our fullest potential and claim what is rightfully ours as spiritual human beings. Do you suspect that you are experiencing a growth of spirit and consciousness? It can be hard to diagnose something so subtle and personal. You don't have to experiencing any particular number of these things. Even one can indicate that you are moving towards where you could be. Here are some key indicators of becoming a better person. 1. You've had extreme dreams lately. If you have begun to experience insane, vivid dreams that you don't quite understand but feel a sense of peace from them, this could be a big indication you're experiencing a spiritual awakening. These dreams could be signs that you are finding a profound insight into the world around you, seeming complicated but meaningful at the same time. Explore the meaning of these vivid dreams. Allow yourself to become enlightened from the things you never knew before. 2. You have a new spark for living. If you've suddenly felt a new fire igniting inside you just for a new way of living, then this means you are ready for a spiritual awakening. Once you have claimed your passion for life and feel the need to do everything in your power to help, not only for yourself but the rest of the world, then you are on the path for much greater things. Open yourself to the possibilities of the world. Realize that you do not have to limit yourself to just one thing, and explore the world for all it holds that can teach you how to become a better person. 3. You have no more fear. Fear is one of the most crippling feelings that we can muster within ourselves. If you have begun to feel as if all of your fears have melted away, then you are on the right path of a spiritual awakening. The world is filled with adversity, but this does not mean you have to despair so easily. Facing your fears will teach you many things about yourself and a lot more about the others around you. Embrace this new perspective. Never live in fear and show the world just how courageous you really are. 4. Your toxic relationships are breaking apart. Once you have felt this shift within yourself, you will begin to see the people who are unworthy of your presence weeding themselves out from your path of spiritual enlightenment. It is important that you know it is okay for these people to fall from your radar. There will be new people who share the same views, beliefs, and joys in life as you do. Even if you feel scared of losing some of those people, just remember that you must keep moving forward and not dwell on the past. You respect yourself and your time enough to draw the line with acceptable behavior. You aren't willing to endure the effects of toxic or unproductive people. They drag you down and sap your qualities. It can be hard to remove these people if you care for them, but if they aren't willing to drink, no amount of effort will get them to. Congratulations on making this bold step. 5. You have the sudden urge to meditate. Once you have begun to feel the major shift in yourself, you may also begin to feel the urge to start meditating. Meditation is a very useful practice for one to contemplate their emotions, drown out all the surrounding noise, looking inward and reflecting on our personal lives as to how we can better ourselves as well as the entire world. It is important for us to meditate as often as we can so that we can achieve a balance within ourselves to be happy human beings. Related, 25 best quotes to inspire you to be a better person. 6. You're experiencing an overwhelming sensation of love. There will be an extreme burst of self-love and love for the world around you once you have begun to feel this spiritual awakening within yourself. You will begin to see the world in all of its beauty, not only in people but nature itself. A good way to express or explore these new feelings of love is by going for a hike, spending time in nature with your friends, going to a natural body of water, or just making people smile in general. Love is a very powerful feeling that you can give to just about anyone. 7. Your diet and sleeping habits have improved. You find yourself taking the time to rest and eat better. You notice the needs of your body and take them more seriously. This may not look like 8 straight hours of sleep every night. You may sleep a couple of hours at night and nap throughout your day. It doesn't matter how you are getting your rest, only that you are getting enough and timing it so your rest doesn't get in the way of your goals and duties. Rest and activity are both fueled by food. You are making sure that you are getting enough. Not only consuming appropriate amounts, but eating healthy options is just as important. You strive to eat organic and non-processed foods. 8. You're experiencing synchronicity. Synchronicity is a pretty strange experience. It's the experiencing of meaningful, related events that are unlikely to be mere coincidence. These experiences tend to guide us toward a path, but sometimes they simply remind us that we're already on the right path. 9. You're physically manifesting your intentions. As you grow in awareness and skill, you have started to will situations and options into existence. You have started to tap into your innate, hidden powers. What you put into the world becomes a part of your reality. Be careful with this power. Negative energy is a lower form of energy and vibrates more slowly. This makes negative intentions take form faster and easier than positive ones. Just be careful with your intentions, as you could unwittingly set yourself back. 10. You have an increased desire to change major aspects of your life. You are tired of dragging your feet on your way to work and want better ways to influence the world. You know you have more to offer than what is being asked of you, and you want to provide more for yourself and those you care about. Nothing but you is holding you where you are but you. Look into getting a new job, moving to a better neighborhood, going back to school, or whatever other change you are starting to see as a necessity. Be sure, though, that you take your time in preparing for the shift. Be prepared to give it everything you've got. 11. You're creating your own beliefs. Many self-defined spiritual people can talk to you at length for hours about spiritual beliefs of others, but when it comes to their own beliefs, there aren't actually any. When you're experiencing a true spiritual awakening, sure, you might find some solace in older beliefs and systems. You might find yourself deep in meditation or yoga, but while you're there, you're coming up with your own ideas and beliefs. 12. You want greater freedom. During your spiritual awakening, one day you'll wake up, look around, and suddenly feel shackled by your home, your job, your possessions, and possibly even your relationship. Don't leap from bed, throw out everything, buy a van and follow your favorite band on tour just yet, though. But think about the things in your life that weigh you down and deny you freedom. Think about how life would be without it and what you might be able to do without it. 13. You feel a deep draw toward personal development, where bubbly stories of a person's escape from slavery or another's return to good health from calamity used to not interest you. Suddenly, stories of personal development and triumph are important to you. You're drawn to them because you're now striving for it yourself. 14. You have a growing sensitivity to the feelings of yourself and others. As your awareness and honesty grow, you are starting to unravel the enigma of your feelings and intentions. We don't always fully examine what we feel or desire out of fear. Not acknowledging our true selves and the desires therein is more dangerous than any truth we fear. As you get to know yourself better, you start to relate and empathize more readily with others. As you go through your day, keep in mind that the feelings of others have the power to slow you down and negatively affect you. Slow down and honestly process what's going on to ensure that you have the energy to complete what you need to. 15. You feel all of your emotions more fully. Sure, we all experience a wide range of emotions, but people in the midst of a spiritual awakening will feel them more fully. Spiritual people are characterized as being happy, frolicking little angels, but spiritual people do feel anger and depression, and they feel those emotions more so than most. It's not to say they don't also experience joy and satisfaction. They simply feel the full range and to a higher degree. 16. You have a strong need to be alone. Not to say you don't like people anymore. Though you are more likely to be disappointed in others, you appreciate the time spent alone more than ever. Time alone doesn't have to be filled with noise, tasks, or distractions. You are comfortable with the formations within you and enjoy the time to explore and develop them. 17. When you're in nature, you feel more connected than ever. A hike through the woods may have once been a tedious, annoying thing that kept you from watching the game or playing some video games. But during your spiritual awakening, everything else melts away from your mind when you're in nature. You suddenly feel so much more connected to it and the whole universe when in nature. It's almost as though you can feel the pulse of the planet. If you're experiencing any combination of these signs, chances are you're currently going through a spiritual awakening or transformation.